Shout out to everybody, man, that's paying attention. Welcome to the Kind of Sleepy Podcast. I'm your host, Knowledge, and I'm here with the owner, the greatest tattoo artist in Charlotte, the owner of Slaughterhouse Tattoos.
Hey, your boy, Natty Bad Tattoo Dreadlock, man. Find me on Facebook under Tanaro Reed. Tanaro spelled T-A-N-A-R-O, Reed, R-E-E-D. You can even find me on Snapchat, the same name. Guess what? Because I ain't hiding.
I mean, unless you the IRS, I'm good. And shout out to the IRS for that letter they sent me. We're not going to talk about that, though. We're not going to talk about none of my tax problems. Anyway, so we got an awesome show for you today, man. We got a lot of topics coming up. But our topic for the day, for the 15 minutes of funk, yes, we want the funk. We're going to let y'all know what it's about. So you got two black males here who are going to be discussing, is it still important to black people for us to build black families?
Whoa.
Yeah. So get prepared for that, man. Y'all gonna have to sit back and wait on that for a little bit. But up first, man, we got a lot of current events and stuff like that going on, man. We got a lot of stuff going on in the country, man. But before we get started with that, man, how was your day, man? Everything good? It's Halloween, man. What you dressed as for Halloween, man?
Man, with me personally, man, I got like 3 outfits that I got laid out on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
I got my outfit from last year. I said, I was Prince Hakeem from Coming to America.
Okay.
But I'm not feeling real regal this year. It's been a rough year. You know what I mean? So it's either between Tyrone Biggums.
The crackhead?
Yeah.
David Chappelle?
Yeah. or Bin Laden. It's either between those two.
I mean, what you going?
I'm going with the Bin Laden.
The Bin Laden shouldn't be too hard, man. All you gotta do is play dead. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you gonna win that one. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna be zombie Bin Laden?
Right.
Like,
You know what I mean? So it's in between those.
Okay. Well, I mean, and truth be told, the costumes sound a lot alike because, I mean,
they cheap. They cheap.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
Man, you know what was crazy, man? When they found Bin Laden, he was in there with a whole bunch of porn. I was like, man, how crazy is that? I'm like, this man is running from a whole country and a whole military, and yet he found the time to get Booty Talk 76
I'm trying to tell
in
you.
his hut.
That just shows the mind of a man.
Well, yeah. I mean, cause you ain't never too busy to,
Come on, man.
get a little bit. You
If
know what I'm saying?
If I'm finna die, send me back from what I came out of.
Hey, you already know. Hey, I'm going and coming at the same time. That's just how I see it. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it's going down.
The power of the P.
I'm trying to tell you, that's the way it's going down.
Word.
So we got a lot of cool stuff for you, coming up. Hey, but, first off, let's jump into the first topic.
Mm-hmm.
Big K.R.I.T.
Oh man.
Big K.R.I.T's new album, Forever is a Mighty Long
It's a
Time.
mighty long time.
And I've been a K.R.I.T. fan since K.R.I.T. was here. And, this newest album, man, is just, I would have to argue that it's the most complete Southern hip hop album since Carter 3. And my thing is, if you really want to make the argument, I could say that this is a better album than Carter 3.
I take it back to Equipment now.
And that's where I was gonna go with it. I was gonna say that, and what I mean by most complete, I'm not gonna say that it's the best album here, the best album there, because all those are arbitrary standards.
Right.
What I'm saying is that you have everything that Southern hip hop is known for. You got them slab riding songs for your people down in Texas. You got that booty shake for your folks in Georgia and Miami. You got that storytelling like you got in Tennessee. You got crunk music like you got in Alabama and Mississippi and Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? You even got some of that real player stuff that you get out of Atlanta. I mean, you got every single aspect of Southern hip hop. And what I liked about it is that he had 2 songs on there. I don't know if anybody paid attention, but a lot of songs, K.R.I.T. paid homage to other MCs.
I mean, plenty.
Like, he has this one song where he started off the verse, he said, I was one deep creeping. Now, if anybody from Alabama is listening, you already know that when Dirty dropped that album, The Pimpin' the Gangster, they had that song 6 Deep Creeping. Now, that's out of Montgomery, Alabama. So he had to be listening to Dirty to really understand that.
Right.
But then he had another song where he had the same flow, and it didn't hit me until the second verse. He had the same flow that Scarface had from Never Seen a Man Cry. And so I was like, this dude, he the total package. And that goes to the evolution of music, man. We had to, like, back in the day, the South really got no respect. And so when Big Boy and Andre got up there, and Andre got on the mic and said, the South got something to say,
Yeah.
at that point, they really had to pay attention to us. And the thing is, we went from guys who really was only spitting in their own little kingdoms. That's Pimp C tried to explain to everybody. When T.I. said he was a king, he didn't feel no type of way because it was kings all over the place. You had the king of Port Arthur, Bun B and Pimp C. You had the king of Houston, which went between, Scarface, sometimes Lil Flip, who was the freestyle king. But then you had the king of South Houston, who was Slim Thug. I'm sorry, not South Houston, my bad for all my Houston folks. The big boss of the North. You know what I'm saying? You had, and T.I. jumped out there to see the king of the land. You had the king of Miami, who was Luke. You know what I'm saying? You had all the kings of Memphis, kings of Nashville,
8-ball MJG.
8-ball MJG. Oh. So it was a whole bunch of kings. And so this dude came out in the era where he heard all them kings and said, I'm gonna make beats and I'm gonna rhyme. And this dude, just like J. Cole, produced and rhymed on a classic album. This is a classic. I'm calling it. It ain't even been a week. I'm calling it. It's a classic. Period.
Well, you know what? I second that emotion. Because at the end of the day, knowledge, it's like, whenever you put on an album and you don't worry about hitting the next track, because, you get a feel from that song. Mm-hmm. It might not be what you might be feeling at that moment. You might be in party mode. You might be in the whip on the way to the club.
Right.
But that track come on, you like,
ooh,
all right then. So now you on the way to the club, but you done got in chill mode.
Right.
In pimp mode.
Right.
So everything comes together, because once you get to the club, you get your pimping on. You know what I mean? Everything comes together.
I don't know much about pimping these days.
This guy.
I'm away from that whole pimp lifestyle. I'm a one-woman man these days. I do not do the multiple ladies.
I still got a pinky ring. I'm just playing, baby. I'm just playing if you're watching, baby. I'm just playing.
But yeah, no, I mean, and the thing is, man, about this album, like, you really don't skip a track.
I haven't.
Like, when you turn it on as soon as you hear the intro. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play just a little bit. I don't think Crit gonna sue us. If he do sue us, well, hey,
he gonna get a hard time recouping from me.
I'm trying to tell you, cause hey, look, I just told y'all the IRS looking for me.
I'm trying to tell you, I just paid child support today.
Child support? Man, no, that's not even.
Man, we ain't gonna talk about it.
So, can you hear this in your headphones?
Yes, sir.
Right now, well, for those of you that, are watching us live actually on our Facebook, man, we're actually playing the intro to Big K.R.I.T's album, man. And I haven't heard a song in a long time that the moment you hear it, like, you make that somebody put it face. And the thing is, like, I was listening to this, and the bars was real heavy, because sometimes they come in with that mellow flow. And then, man, when the beat drop, it's just disgusting. Like,
when that bass line
when I realized that is perfect, and the one that invented me in the world feels temptations to make you feel so incomplete. Grew up to be better than me, go farther than I can go, see farther than I can see. Well, my days draw to a close, breathe longer than I can breathe, and I'm fine with that. In the event I decide to move forward, what you've done, they can rewind it back. And I'm a proud parent now, cause I was a proud parent then. I saw you grow up to become the kind of king that I knew you'd always been. Indeed, there's a finish line for me, but for you, there's no end. So perhaps all that work that has been done was a win. And although my intentions were for good, it still brung us to a sin. But I'll pay for your mistakes as long as this world continues to spin. And as this vessel of mine breaks down, I know you'll never bend. And sure as more ties your home, hard times will come again. I set aside a book around that'll pave the way for now and then. I know forever's a mighty long time, so where should we begin? On the south side, it's our country, born and bumping at the system. If they don't.
I'm not gonna give y'all too much, man. Y'all gotta go download the album, man. Like, I gotta download, buy it. I'm gonna go buy a hard copy, man, cause I want that man to get all his coins. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get all his chips from this one.
I hit it on Google Play.
Yeah.
I'm an Android guy.
You're an Android guy, I'm an iPhone guy. So I've been listening to it on my Apple Music, man, but I don't know how much he gets for that streaming. And I really don't think they get a lot from streaming, man, which is a shame. But I'm gonna definitely go buy a hard copy of the album, cause I got a CD player in my car. And I'm gonna actually put the CD in.
They got a CD player?
Man, I got a CD changer.
You go to the trunk?
No, it's right there today.
Oh, today? I got you.
Well, what I wanted to do was get it taken out and put a little hidden compartment in there when I press the little button. Trying to get the little 007 thing going.
Say, come on, James Bond.
Hey, I'm trying to get the 007 thing going, man.
Right
but,
on.
That album right there, man, let's delve into a little sidebar for a second about hip hop and its place in our world. One thing about music, like Dead Press said, when it hits you, feel no pain. But another thing is that music can be a spiritual experience. I like to call hip hop, and some of the work that I hear from J. Cole and Big K.R.I.T and Lecrae and some of these other artists, I mean, more so Lecrae from a spiritual aspect than anything, But I like to call them new Negro spirituals.
You know, cause at the end of the day, man, you know, everybody relates to music, period.
Right.
But everybody doesn't relate to religion.
You're absolutely right.
You know, but everybody relates to music. So if something hits your
right.
soul, I mean, boom, you take it as such. Cause there's been plenty of times, you know, I don't listen to Mahalia Jackson or, you know, or none of these.
I might listen to a little bit of gospel, but that
ain't my thing.
The Canton Spirituals, the Blind Boys, Alabama, Mahalia really ain't my thing.
Yeah, it ain't my thing, you know. But I've been listening to hip hop since I was a peewee.
Right.
I've been a fan of hip hop since I was a peewee.
And so that's what you relate to.
So that's what I relate to. You know what I mean?
You know.
And whenever I hear a song, I might be going through something. I mean, I can put in Scarface at any moment, any time. And Scarface is going to say something that'll have me relate to that experience that maybe he went through and got through that I might be going through.
Right.
So guess what?
And the thing is, you know, sometimes that invokes you to call on a higher power or something like that. I mean, it just depends on the situation, depends on what you're listening to, depends on the person you are as well.
Bingo.
I mean, my thing is, even if you don't believe in religion, you gotta believe in something.
Bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
Bigger than yourself.
Because you know you ain't here just be playing around.
Man, you know what I
we'll
mean?
leave that alone, man. That's a whole other discussion.
Right on.
Man, but for those of you that, weren't able to hear the music because of the video, well, that's like I said, that's an excuse for you to, you know, download the podcast, man. Check us out.
But
like, rate, and subscribe.
Long time.
But it's a mighty long time, man. Go check out Big K.R.I.T, man. Also, man, Yo Gotti.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Shout out to Yo
Gotti.
Yo Gotti's. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Planet Peanut Man looking at.
Nah, Yo Gotti brought some heat though, man. But you know what? And the thing is, and I've said, like David Banner once said that Andre 3000 has never spit a whack verse. And I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Now there may be some verses that people don't like, and I can understand that's debatable, that's subjective. But there's not one Andre 3000 verse that you can say that's dumped the juice.
Right, you know, because a lot of people can't digest Andre 3000. They can't digest it.
For the battle rap fans, he's saying like y'all feel about Loaded Lux. You know, they be like Loaded Lux just 10 times farther than everybody else.
Man.
Look, man.
That's why he says his name Andre 3000. We ain't got to the year 3000 yet.
Now, you know, also speaking of Andre 3000, he's in a magazine article that just came out. Is it in GQ? I think it was in GQ. I may be wrong, but he said that, you know, he may not put out any more music because he said it's not in him right now. You know, the way he likened it was to Mayweather, saying Mayweather probably still got 3-4 fights in it,
mm-hmm.
but it's something classy about going out on top.
But see, the thing about Andre 3000, the same thing about Mayweather. They lying. Both of them lying. You're not gonna sit here and walk away from something that you love to do whenever you know you are physically or verbally able to.
I mean, let's be honest. The last album he put out was The Love Below, and he was singing. So really rapping. I love The Love Below. But rapping just may not be, like, he's got some features. If he gets inspired, I'm sure he'll write, because you never grow out of it. He said that when he passes on, they're gonna find hard drives and hard drives of his music. You know, and release music, probably like they did Tupac.
Right.
But the thing is, he said, you know, he just don't feel it. You know, he said hip hop is the young man's game. Like Huey P. Newton said, the revolution belongs to the young.
Yeah. Right.
And hip hop is a revolution in and of itself. So he's like, and I can respect him for saying it belongs to the young guys.
Right on.
You know,
but at the end of the day, I mean, you know, you have to still have structure.
The OGs need to come back and show the young kids, hey, this is what we do. This is how we can do it. That's why I like Busta Rhymes.
Right.
Cause Busta, it don't matter. Like now, that's another one they said don't have a classic album. And I can agree with that.
Yeah, he don't.
But he got plenty classic verses.
Bingo.
Yeah. And so the thing is about Busta will drop a freestyle or a verse and you be like, man, how he still?
Then he'll switch it up and he'll go Yachty. He'll go Rasta on you.
Man,
he'll go Jamaican on you. You heard the new joint he got? Well, you know, his mom's is Rasta. She's
okay.
Jamaican. You heard the new joint he got with, I want to say it's Vibes Cartel.
Mm-mm.
It's called Girlfriend.
I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Rockin'.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Rockin'. You know, and the thing about it, you know, you don't have to put a lot out to remain,
remain relevant.
Yeah, you don't. But put substance out.
Right.
And a lot of people, they take quantity over substance.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's where hip hop is at right now. Hip hop is to a point to where if you got a lot of songs out, you hear a lot of my songs.
Right.
You know, and you get consumed with what you hear constantly versus of what's substance.
Right.
And nobody really has any substance out here.
And
I mean, I ain't gonna say nobody.
Well, it's the thing is, I mean, and my thing is, I used to be, I'm not gonna say I've never, I used to be the guy that was like, oh, that's not hip hop. But the thing is, man, hip hop has always been not only full of substance, but also full of fun.
Right.
You know, and a lot of people are the fun police, man. And
Bruh, you say the fun police?
Don't nobody, and this is not a shot to any artist that I'm talking about, but don't nobody want to go listen to Mos Def in the club. Ain't nobody listening to Talib Kweli in the club. Let's be honest. You know, and those two are my favorite artists, but ain't nobody listening to that in the club, man. My thing is sometimes you just want to let your head down.
Now, unless it's Miss Fat Boo.
Yeah,
that Mos Def Miss Fat Boo.
And Get By.
You know what I mean?
Now, those are two songs from those artists respectively that I listen to in the club. But for the
that,
most part, man, I ain't trying to hear that, man. And my thing is, you know, and let's be honest, some people like to go to the shake joint.
Right. I love it.
You can't beat it.
I'm going tonight.
Yep. $2 Tuesday.
What?
I ain't messing with you.
I got $14.
You gonna come home with $4. I know I would. But the thing is about it, man, stuff like that, it's like, you know, if you go to a shake joint or something like that, if you should decide to participate in such activities,
right,
you're not gonna listen to, you know, Logic or any of those real deep rappers. You're not gonna, like, back in the day, you weren't listening to Cannabis in the shake joint.
Come on, man.
You know, you want this. Now, and the thing I like about Ludacris is that Ludacris had bars for the shake. He had bars for the guys, and then he had some music for the shake joint too.
And that's the evolution, and that's the evolution of music. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's how you remain on the scene.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you can't stay in one crease. You can't stay in one line. You know, you got people who, I mean, they stay in their lane. Okay, cool. And if they cool with whatever fame they get from that, fine.
Right.
But, you know, if you want to evolve,
like, I would never expect Uncle Luke to drop, you know, a deep introspective tape because his thing is booty shake.
Right. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? His thing is booty shake. Plies. Now, Plies will bless you if you let him.
Yeah. Now, Plies got something to say.
Yeah, Plies got something to say, but most of Plies stuff is that, how he gets so ignorant. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing you say.
But it be real still, though, darling.
It really do.
It
like,
really
who he's speaking to and who he's speaking for is a whole nother demographic than what a lot of these artists are speaking to and for.
Right.
Now, if I'm in the shake joint and I hear some, J. Cole, I'm looking at the DJ crazy.
Like, man, for real, man. What you doing,
Nobody's perfect.
What you doing, bro?
You trying to get her to quit.
Right, you trying to get her, you trying to get her off the pole.
You know what I'm saying? And
trying to get the $2 lap dance.
Let's move on. Before this get ridiculous, man.
Right.
Because, you know, we'll go left real quick. Want to touch on.
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect. I was just saying. So I want to touch on something, man, that happened this past weekend. Anybody that knows me knows I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, Roll Tide. And back in Birmingham this past weekend was the Magic City Classic.
Right.
One of the largest HBCU classics in the country, in my hometown, between Alabama State and Alabama A&M. I don't know who won the fifth quarter. If you know who won between the bands, please let us know. Drop it in the comments, something like that. But there was something that happened after the game. They had a concert, and T.I. was there for the concert.
Oh, no.
And William Bell is the current mayor of Birmingham. You know, he's served the city over the last 20 years or so in various capacities as a city councilman and as the mayor, and among other things. And he was recently defeated by a guy I grew up with, right, Randall Whitman. Shout out to Randall. You know, millennials was taking over. Randall won the mayor's election. And so this is William Bell's last Magic City Classic. And I'm gonna play the audio. For those of you that can't hear the audio because you're watching us live, make sure you download so you can hear the audio. I'm gonna play the audio of what was said after T.I. finished his set at the concert. And I want to get your reaction to this, because I know you probably gonna laugh.
We have the same respect and the same support, because we're gonna take Birmingham to the motherfucking top.
The mayor?
The mayor of Birmingham said, I'm gonna play it one more time for those of you that,
oh my, we have the same respect and the same support, because we're gonna take Birmingham to the motherfucking top.
He said, we gonna take Birmingham
to the motherfucking top. He need to be the mayor of Charlotte. We need him in Charlotte. Oh my God.
We need William Bell as the mayor of Charlotte.
Word. He said
we gonna take Birmingham
to the motherfucking top. But T.I. must have inspired him.
And T.I. was sitting there looking like, T.I. was shocked. T.I. looked like, wow. he just said that out loud. And you know, T.I., he got all these words now.
He's real profound.
Yeah, he went and got incarcerated and came out very verbose and loquacious and started using all these big words.
Hey,
and so he came out, he was like, I'm flabbergasted by the by the extreme levels of profanity used. You know what I'm saying? He really looked shocked. There's a picture that's going around that has T.I.'s face when he said it. And like I thought it was a joke at first until I saw the video. And I'm like and I'm looking at the man, I'm like, this nigga here.
He said that. He meant that.
He meant it.
And the thing about it,
I'm not mad at that.
And the thing about it, it's the difference. The way he said it. Now you got motherfucker.
Right.
That's the difference.
Right.
Oh shit, that's my motherfucker right there.
Mm-hmm.
But when you say motherfucker,
that's
when you pronounce the T and the H.
Oh yeah.
And the E and the R.
And the N.
That's right.
That mean he was serious.
He meant that.
But you know what though? I like that kind of enthusiasm and excitement. I may not have done it the same way. Just to be honest. Probably wouldn't have done things the same exact way.
I'm weak right now.
but I like, and what he was basically saying was that, you know, it was him passing the torch.
Right.
Now Birmingham, as I grew up in Birmingham is always, even as a child, even back in the day, even back during the civil rights movement, Birmingham has always been a hood town. You know what I'm saying? The West Side, you know, and the thing is, there's a lot of love there though.
Right.
There's a lot of respect there.
Right.
And so the thing is, I'm not surprised that the mayor of the city would say something like that. Oh, it's still funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's still funny.
I mean, due to the simple fact at what level he's at.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you're the mayor of the largest city in the state, you know. You probably, it's probably not and maybe you want to go out with a bang. You know, this is your last Magic City Classic as the mayor.
Guess what?
And the thing is, every year he throws the city throws a big party. And the parties got bigger when he became the mayor.
Right.
And so this is his last celebration, his last hurrah. And, you know, he was excited because T.I. was up there singing ASAP and all kind of stuff and bring 'em out. And, you know, he probably knew every word because I fully believe after hearing this that William Bell knows all the words
he's a T.I.
to every T.I. song in the world. He probably has trap music bumping right now.
Right now.
But if you ran for mayor, I would vote for you. And if you said that, I would be like, well, I mean,
you know what?
We're gonna take
because it's relatable. You know, and if you look at it, like you said before, even though regardless of what level he's elevated on, you say he's going out with a bang.
Right.
He's going out with a bang. So therefore, he's like, look, let everybody know. Look, hey, this is what it is right here. This is how I've been feeling the whole time for these 20 years that I've spent serving y'all.
I don't remember a time where William Bell wasn't in office in Birmingham. So I just thought that was hilarious, man. I had to share that with the world, brother. Man, I had to share that with the world.
I heard it. He meant that.
He meant that for real. And you know what? I hope it happens.
Look, send me that clip, man.
I most definitely.
I'm gonna put that on my Facebook page. Yeah, he meant that. Salute Mayor William Bell.
Yeah, shout out to William Bell, man.
Word.
You had a long career, man. Love you to death, brother. Next up, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about this hate rally in Murfreesboro, where the same guys that were in Charlottesville decided to go to Tennessee. You know, why don't they come to places like Charlotte, man? All these Klansmen and white nationalists and skinheads and guys, fat white guys who live with their moms in the basement and have hypertension, obviously. You know, they go out here and they spew all this stuff. And you know what I noticed about this one is that they didn't have the masks on this time. They didn't have the masks on. They didn't have the bandanas over their face. They felt safe there.
Right.
So, I don't get it. You know, they real tough on the internet. They real tough when they around their friends in certain places. But why don't they go to a city like Atlanta?
Detroit.
Or Chicago.
Huh.
Or even here in Charlotte.
I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, they was in right up there in Virginia, in Charlottesville. Why didn't they drive a couple hours north to Alexandria? Baltimore.
Why you ain't go to Norfolk?
Virginia Beach.
Portsmouth.
You know, they could have went to Pistol City. Oh wait, that might be why, 'cause it's called Pistol City.
But see, you know, 'cause a coward always picks his fight.
True.
And you know, and that's basically what it boils down to. They pick their fight, pick their venue, and sow they little seeds.
Mm-hmm.
For those other little cowards that stay in that city or stay in that venue
Mm-hmm.
and go ahead and eat from that seed. You know what I mean? They're not going to take it where somebody's going to go ahead and kill that seed.
Right. Those that, I mean, and it really is cowardice, man. Like, my thing is, I don't hate anybody.
None.
But
whatsoever.
If I don't fool with you, like Cardi B said, if I don't speak, I don't with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to fool with you.
I
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I don't hate anybody. But if I did hate you, I'd probably tell you to your face.
Right. And at the same time, man, even with hating somebody, it has to be some level of love.
Right.
Because you have to pay attention to a person to hate them.
You have to care enough about their existence
to hate them. Man, fuck them.
And my biggest thing is, like, okay, so I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I haven't experienced hate. Like, I have experienced the emotion of hate.
Yeah.
It's a very ugly and dark place. But at the very same time, I don't want to live my life like that.
It's no need.
Bro, that's stressful.
Yeah.
I mean, think about how much energy you gotta put into actually hating somebody, man.
You gotta do it every day.
Yeah.
You can't like, I ain't gonna hate them today. That's a 24 hours,
you
7
have to wake
days,
up in the morning and be like, I don't like this person.
I don't like this person.
That's trash, bro.
I can't do it.
I ain't got the energy. I ain't got the time or the energy, man. It's money out here to get.
Come on, man.
And I'm tired. I'm tired from working already. But, I'm too tired to hate anybody.
I mean, cause it's not productive. It's not fruitful.
Right.
But you have people who don't have anything else. Like you say, it's other things we can be endeavoring to do.
Right.
But this person ain't got shit going on. Like you say, they sitting in their mama's basement.
Writing your name on the orange juice. Stop stealing at your mama purse and writing your name on the orange juice, bro.
And they riding around with their homeboys, mud swamping with their Confederate flag.
Right.
They ain't got nothing else to do. So therefore, they don't have nothing else to do but hate. But if they had anything other than that, guess what?
And why is it always the ones that just, the ones that think they're superior or of a better stock? Why is it always the ones who clearly are in the shallow end of the genetic pool? Like, I don't understand. Like, they just, bruh, not a muscle to be seen. Nothing but beer bellies and lazy eyes.
Man.
They got 5 teeth and 2 of them in their pocket. Like, I don't understand. They ain't got
inbred.
Clearly.
The heels have eyes.
Why you mad?
Because at the end of the day, man, we're sufficient people.
Right.
And no matter how broken we might be within our own community.
We may be cracked.
Yeah.
We may be bruised. We may be broken. But we ain't destroyed.
We ain't destroyed, and they see that.
Right.
So now they sit there like, damn, they all the way broke down. Because even the people, within the community that they are accepted in, don't even accept them.
Right.
Because you go to corporate America, you see somebody, out here with his suit, his tie, he's driving his nice car, and you see a good old boy with the Confederate flag in the pickup truck. The same person that's in his ethnic race wouldn't even acknowledge him.
Right. Unless he was a police officer.
Whoa.
And the reason I say that, I know that's a bit of a departure from what we're talking about. Nah. But the thing is that, the FBI said that, these white nationalists and these racists have infiltrated law enforcement. And so the thing is, that to me, at least, is a way for them to be socially accepted and obtain some sort of social capital. And that in and of itself is scary. That's very scary.
And then spread they whole
ideology and let's move on a little bit. Speaking of hate, we had a recent bombshell. I had a good Monday, man. I had a good day yesterday.
I did too.
Cause shout out to Robert Mueller, aka Iron Man. He dropping these indictments on folks. You know what I'm saying?
Get him out of here.
Got Paul Manafort, who was Trump's campaign manager.
Get him out of here.
And William Gates, who was, money man. Both of these guys are rich. But what was interesting was that they had a dude, George Papadopoulos. Now, when I saw the name George Papadopoulos, I immediately went to Webster.
Look.
I was like,
I thought it was a code name.
Yo.
Word.
I didn't even think about that.
Yo, when you sent me the screenshot, I was like, Papadopoulos. I was like,
that sound like Webster.
Like, I'm like, right. I'm like, is
this Webster daddy?
I thought it was a code name. But
this dude real, like,
it's the Papadopoulos.
This dude is like, okay, so this dude is 30. Which means Webster probably was out when he was born. So your parents purposely named you George
Papadopoulos,
knowing that's your last name. But this dude, okay, let me tell you how dirty this gets. This dude waited. Like, he got arrested in June in Dulles Airport in Washington, D.C. Right?
Oh.
And no, it was July. And waited to plead until October. And they dropped it. They put him out there. And they got it all in black and white. Now what was crazy about that is that people are like, well, not people, the press secretary, what's her name? The one she aged like spoiled milk. She 35. She looked 55. Somebody said she just turned 35 in August. I was like, which August?
She aged like
August 1985? The hell you mean? She ain't no 35. But anyway, she
aged like spoiled milk.
She aged like butter in the summer. Anyway, but I looked at, she said that this has nothing to do with the president. You a lie.
What?
You an unseasoned lie.
Right.
This has everything to do with the president. They was like, oh, this all happened before the president. No.
Nah.
The indictment goes from 2006 all the way up to 2017. You do realize it's 2017, right?
Now. So that goes past the campaign and everything.
Everything. Up until now. And so they like, and then Donald Trump tweeted, there is no evidence of collusion. Well, the lie detector test is turned. I felt like he was on the episode of Mars. You know what I'm saying? Cause I looked at it in black and white. I read, like my thing is, okay, I spent a year in law school. You know, I mean, yeah, I barely made it through it. I didn't go back. That's a whole other story.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you know,
we ain't on trial.
I still, right. But I still like to keep up with like legal stuff and know the law a little bit. And so the thing is, I read the whole thing and I was just like, yo, this is pretty much evidence of collusion in black and white. But you know what they gonna do, right? They got these guys. Them dudes can't do no jail time, man.
Man, you know,
they're gonna roll them up, man.
Yeah, you know, and they're gonna go ahead and separate.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna divide
and conquer.
Yeah, all right. You already see it happening. You know, and the thing about it, it's just, I mean, it's just how the system works.
Yep.
It's how the system works.
And you know what though? I mean, in a situation like this, like, I'm not anti law enforcement. You know,
not at all.
I do believe that law enforcement is a necessary function in our country. But I believe that law enforcement should be going after stuff like this, should be going after rapists, murderers, stuff like that. You know, people who, I don't really have a problem with drunk driving. I have a problem with checkpoints, but I don't have a problem with them stopping drunk drivers.
Right.
You know, but I don't think they should be going after like dudes with nickel bags of weed. Like, I think that's stupid. But the thing is, it's the same process. You catch that dude with that dub, that 8, you know what I'm saying, that ounce. And you be like, you want to go to jail or you want to go home? Tell me who feeding it to you. Who giving it to you. You know, and so they doing the same thing that they do on the lower levels and they do on the upper levels. And so I'm wanting to see, cause what they did was they started with the small fish, Papadopoulos. And Papadopoulos was like, I'm telling.
Yeah. I'm getting everybody.
I ain't got enough money to not tell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody cut me a check. I don't have the bag.
Look, I can't take it to trial.
Right. I'm not. And the thing is, they were like, with his plea deal, or I think I read somewhere that the sentencing guidelines only recommend 0 to 6 months for him.
Wow.
That's with his cooperation. He's probably gonna get 0 to 6 months. But he done took everybody. He was Nino Brown. If I go down, I'm taking a whole bunch of people down with me. It was Motherf, the educated brother from the bank. You know what I'm saying? That's what Papadopoulos did. You know what I'm saying?
Look.
So they finna roll up a whole bunch of people, man.
And the thing about it, man, you know, and the government need to be clean from the top to the bottom.
You know, Donald Trump did a lot of talk about draining the swamp. Well, I guess we seeing it getting drained now. I want them to clean out the Republicans first, because I feel like the Republicans have engaged in a campaign of dishonesty and lying and corruption that we've seen for a long time.
Man, since the Reagan administration, man.
Well, before that, man.
Nixon.
Yeah, maybe before that. But the thing is, I also need them to clean up the Democrats. They definitely got to clean up the Democrats because I don't care how it came out at this point. You know what I'm saying? Whether the Russians hacked it or whatever. But what they did to keep Bernie Sanders away from the nomination, that kind of collusion, I wasn't cool with that. But also, we also know that it's some corruption on the Democrat side. I mean, we've seen it time and again. So I just think that we need to get all this corruption out of it, man. And my boy Emmett said something very powerful to me a couple years back, man. He said, we got a whole bunch of politicians. We don't have no statesmen. And there's a difference. Politicians are in it for themselves. Statesmen are in it for the people.
For the people, man.
And we don't have a lot of politicians at that level in it for the people no more. I wish Barack Obama had said, we gonna take this country to the motherfucking top. Yo, that's gonna,
you're right.
I really feel like that's gonna be our new slogan from now on. Shout out to William Bell, man. We gonna take this podcast
to the motherfucking top.
That's our new slogan. Just so y'all know.
Hashtag.
We gonna get some t-shirts with that on it,
Hashtag.
bro. And I'm gonna have William Bell's face on it. Come out. To the motherfucking top.
Yo, I swear I gotta listen to that at least about 4 more times before I leave. Man, but I mean, it's motivational though. Like
right.
I say, with somebody at that level, I mean, to speak, I mean, to where everybody can
understand and speak to you on your level.
Right.
You know, and so that's heavy to me.
Word, I dig it.
Well, let's get to this next topic.
Ew.
So, it's Halloween, and you know.
Happy Halloween, look, ghouls and goblins out here.
Yeah, happy Halloween to everybody, man. Hope y'all having some good time trick-or-treating. And I saw something that came across my social media feed. It was two things. The first one was, Kim Kardashian decided to dress up as Aaliyah for Halloween. Now, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at her for dressing up as Aaliyah.
I'm mad as
but
shit.
I'm tired. I'm so damn tired of the Kardashians. I'm really sick of them. Like, and my thing is, she didn't dress up in blackface. I don't see it as cultural appropriation and none of that stuff. I really don't. But I'm so tired of the Kardashians inserting themselves in all things dealing with black culture and everything. Kylie Jenner gets on my last monkey ass nerve.
You
like, I'm so
is.
tired of her.
But knowledge, you know what it is.
I'm just tired of Kardashian.
You know what it is.
What's up?
Once you go black,
oh man,
you never go back.
I mean, I guess
they think they black now.
Well, here's what it is though. I think it's because, and I'm not mad at them for getting their chips or whatever. I'm actually impressed by the fact that Kris Jenner, their mom, was able to parlay these girls' lack of talent into making them $4 million.
Yeah, into mainstream.
Making them extra, like, they got extra guap. Like, they got money on top of money. I mean, and literally, what is their talent?
None.
They're pretty. That's their whole talent. Like, attractiveness is the occupation for them. And until, the frumpy one had surgery, she wasn't, I mean, she had a pretty face, but after she had surgery, you know, she became the really pretty one. And then the little funny shaped girl, she was, you know, dating Tiger, who is questionable as hell anyway. I'm just saying.
I dig it.
But let's be honest, man. Kendall Jenner was built like a stick of melted butter, man. Come on, bro. She was built like a condom full of yogurt. And somehow at 15, 16, 17 years old, she went and got all these collagen injections in her lip. She definitely had implants on the front and the back. I mean, she did all this work to herself, and now, you know, she looks like Angelina Jolie's little sister from the 90s. And I mean, she's not an unattractive girl, but come on, man, like.
I mean, you can make yourself up to be anything you want to be.
They took that shit literally when we was kids.
Right.
You can grow up to be whatever you want to be. I want to be a light-skinned black woman. That's exactly what they took. And they was like, that's what I want to be. And I'm just like, the Kardashians make me weary, bruh.
But you know, and the thing about it, man, I had made a post like a couple of weeks ago. And I just see like a lot of our sisters. Mm-hmm. Nene Kardashian.
You know what? Here's my thing. I don't blame them for that.
Nene Rose.
I don't blame the Kardashians or Amber Rose for that. You know who I blame?
Oh,
black men.
Not us.
You know why I blame us?
Why?
Because we put them girls on a pedestal.
Because number one.
Well, not me and you specifically.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. Amber Rose is the truth. Like, she bad.
She alright.
Man, bro, if Amber Rose walked in here right now,
I wouldn't even holler at her.
I would. I have to shoot my shot. I'm sorry. I'm shooting my shot. Look, I have a list. And anybody that I've dated understands this. I have a list. And there are certain women on this list that if they come into the room, I'm shooting my shot. And I'm like J.R. Smith. I'm a volume shooter.
Are you going with the curve?
Now, if I get hot, it's going down.
Going down.
But 9 nights out of 10, I'm cold. So, I'm like I said, I'm J.R. Smith. I shoot when it don't matter. So the thing is, if Amber Rose walk in this room right now, I'm shooting my shot. If Candy Burr is walking in this room right now, I'm shooting my shot.
Now you playing.
Oh, okay, my bad. But here's the thing though, I'm upset because they see that, I blame us. I mean, that's not to say that women take all their cues from men, but they see that we're attracted to this exotic, racially ambiguous look. And so, every woman, I believe, to some extent, wants to feel desire. Right. And so, at the root of that desire, some of them may gravitate toward those images.
But look, me, I love Pam Grier.
Bruh.
I mean, I've never seen I've never seen a young black girl say, my name is Nene Foxy Brown, such.
That's a powerful statement right there.
You know what I mean?
And the reason I say that is because maybe it's because, we don't or maybe and I can blame the media for this too. Maybe it's because they're not elevating the Tika Sumpters and the Kerry Washington.
You feel me?
And the Gabrielle Unions the way they need to. Cause Gabby Union walking here, Dwayne Wade gonna have to back up, bro. I'm shooting my shot. That's another one.
I'm gonna cross him over and
I'm
shoot
trying
a
to
shot.
tell you. Rihanna walking this room, we gonna have to fight.
But we gotta fight. You know how many people gonna have to fight? My bad. Shout out to Rihanna. Hey. But you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of other black women that can be emulated.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I totally agree with that.
Cause I had a conversation with a young lady. She wanted to get a Marilyn Monroe tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
And I refused to do it.
And why is that?
Due to the simple fact, I mean, you have prominent black women out here that you could emulate.
Like Lena Horne.
Come on.
I mean, cause my thing is, I believe now I'm not opposed to the whole Marilyn Monroe thing, because Marilyn Monroe, I mean, yeah, I understand that. But Marilyn Monroe, she kind of did break a certain type of mold, because back then you had to be like a size 2, and I think she was like, a size 12?
But it wasn't,
something like that. And so it wasn't us. And so I understand that. I completely understand that. I mean, but a Lena Horne, a Josephine Baker, somebody like that, I totally get it. I totally get that. And but the thing is, I wish that we would celebrate ourselves a whole lot more than we do, man. Being black is lit. Like, I love being black.
I love it.
I love being black. I mean, I wish, like, some of my white homeboys, I wish I could get them this feeling. Like Kanye said, I wish I could give you this feeling. But I can't. Being black is lit. I love being black. And so I celebrate our sisters every day. I love our sisters. I know you love our sisters too.
I mean,
so I just really wish that, they would get more shine than
they get themselves.
Well,
the only thing they have to do is just speak up. And
I agree.
I mean, 'cause like at the end of the day, it's like this right here. If I see you confident in yourself, guess what? Your confidence in you builds the confidence in me, because I came from you. I came from woman. So therefore, if I see a woman with her confidence exuded, guess what? It helps me exude my confidence as a man, because that's what I came from you, queen.
Absolutely.
And if we can't get our women to understand that,
well, we can't get our brothers to understand it either.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's another conversation.
That's on me and you.
Right.
That's on me and you.
That's our conversation.
Cause like now we have to pull our brothers in and get them to understand. We had to sit there. We had to have
a man to man.
Yeah.
So
R&M.
So since we're on the we started on the topic of Halloween. Let's take one more. Let's make a public service announcement.
Oh.
White people.
Yay.
We know it's Halloween. Y'all pull this shit every year. We not doing this blackface thing. We not doing these racially insensitive things. And we gonna see, we've already seen them. The Colin Kaepernick, costume. We saw one dude.
With the afro?
We saw one dude dressed up in an orange jumpsuit talking about he was Freddie
Gray. Word.
I was offended. And I think, shout out to Stephanie for putting this on her Facebook. Just remember, white people, blackface, if you put it on, equals black eye. You can catch these hands. My hands do not discriminate. They are equal opportunity. If I see you in blackface, I'm slapping the shit out of you. I'm just letting you know up front. Sorry.
Look, in his hands, equal opportunity. These motherfuckers bisexual. I'm hitting y'all. All right.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. So, you know what time it is now, right? You know what time it is now.
Man, it's the 15, what?
15 minutes of fun. What you guys download the podcast?
We don't even 15 minutes, though.
15 minutes of fun.
There's a whole lot of rhythm going down. We want the funk.
You want the phone?
Yeah, want the funk. We want the funk.
Alright, so let's talk about what our topic is today. So,
man.
Where I got this topic from was I was looking, I saw that Cardi B and Offset got engaged last weekend. First of all, congratulations to them.
Man, congrats.
I love black love. I love to see black people in love. Like I think that's a beautiful thing. I hope to one day be a husband. I hope to one day be a good husband.
Salute.
You know, and that's really, you know, one of my, I can't say I don't like saying it's a goal, but it is a goal.
I mean, you know, it's just something we aspire to be.
Yes,
What
exactly.
Yeah.
What you aspire to be. I aspire to be a husband and a good husband.
Right.
I want to be a husband like Papoose. Papoose is like the husband of the century, bruh. Like,
hey, look, that guy right there, man, I'm talking, man. He sent more commissary money. And I dig it.
I bet Remy Ma didn't eat nothing.
Look,
wasn't paid for.
You know, they got like the little escargot in jail now, in federal jail.
Was she in federal?
Yeah, she was in federal.
I thought she was in Rikers.
No,
I thought
she was in Rikers Holding. She was in the tombs.
State.
I in the tombs.
I didn't know. I thought she had one of them law and order situations. You know what I'm saying?
Doom. Like you said.
But you know, I aspire to be a husband like that. And
that's real love.
It really is, bro. And so the thing is, though, when Cardi B got engaged, bro, the hate was real. Like some of the comments I was seeing, I saw a meme that said, it had a black woman sitting in front of a bottle of wine, looking kind of distressed. And it said how all the Proverbs 31 women looking now that Cardi B got a ring and they don't. And I was like, that bothered me so bad.
Yo.
And then I saw some women, it was a girl I follow on Instagram. You know, she's working on her PhD, very, very intelligent, beautiful, beautiful chocolate sister. And she was like, that's how it be. Well, I hate to use that stereotype voice, but she was like, that's how it be. You know, I have to stop. I had to catch myself. You know, I'm trying to be better about this, man. I'm trying to be better about respecting this sister.
That's probably how she said it though.
Well, she may have.
But look,
but she was like, that's how it be. You know, all these, you know, if you a good girl with intelligence and, you know, got something about yourself and you don't put up with, you know, these games, these dudes ain't gonna holler at you. I'm like, wait a minute, man. I don't understand that. We see, and I said this, and you know, it was a joke. I saw, when one of my friends posted the meme, I knew it was a joke. And so one of my friends posted, I said, you see good women, you see strong women, intelligent women, educated women, get engaged every day, week, month, and year. The moment Cardi B gets engaged, all of a sudden everybody's salty.
Yeah, everybody eyes on it.
I don't understand that. Why can't we be like, I saw the same thing when Amber Rose got engaged to Wiz Khalifa and got married to Wiz Khalifa. Are these women not deserving of love because they used to dance on the pole?
Right.
I mean, is that what it is? Is that, have we gotten that petty and trifling that we said that strippers don't deserve love too?
And the thing about it, you know, what's so crazy, they'll say, yeah, she dancing, she stripping. But you probably got a cat.
She's still human.
But you probably got a cat that you rocking with that's hustling, doing this and doing that.
Right.
So what's the difference? What's the difference? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least she ain't risking her freedom.
Yeah.
At least she ain't putting your freedom in danger.
Right.
And, you know, and my thing is this right here, you know, people put too much emphasis on what everybody else got going on.
Right.
You know what I mean? And put too much emphasis on what everybody else. You look at Cardi B. Now you look at her story.
Yeah.
She went from the pole to number one on the Billboard chart.
I love her story. I love her energy. I love everything about her.
Word.
And I see that kind of story. Like, it's a lot of girls right now in the strip club because, I mean, let's be honest, you know, they may have responsibilities that they, you know, that they have to take care of. Like some of them may have kids.
Right.
And I kid you not, man. I've seen women who have decent regular jobs, but they still go to they go dance at the club because it provides them with savings, a better lifestyle, helps them pay off their student loans, help them, you know, pay for their kids, you know, private school tuition, stuff like that. Like, I've seen this.
Right.
Like, one of the most interesting things I've ever seen was, I'll never forget, you know, back when I was in my old club, we used to go to Onyx from time to time, right? When I was in my old motorcycle club.
Right.
And there was a girl in there and I saw her and she's a beautiful girl. Like, she's gorgeous. And my thing is, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't really care for strip clubs because I'd be like, you know, I feel like it's window shopping.
Yeah, I just go
like, I ain't gonna lie, bruh, the wings will change your life. Like, the wings at Onyx will change your life, bruh. That's another story.
I just need the wings.
I saw this beautiful girl in there. And so I went to work, that next week. And, you know, I'm a project manager. I'm not gonna say where I was working because I don't want to put this lady out there like that. You know what I'm saying? But I went to work and I had to do a double take.
Right.
It's the same exact girl.
But you know what I mean?
And I was like, little mama on her grind. I'm not even mad at that. And the thing is, the next time I went there, I had a chicken wing in my hand. I said, so, I talked to her. Like, I held a conversation with her. She was like, yeah, I graduated from such and such university.
Right.
You know, I've got a degree in such and such. I didn't ask her why she was doing it.
Nah.
Cause it's not my business, number one. And number two, I don't care. I just said, yo, I salute your hustle. Get your money. Now, would I prefer that my lady do that? No.
Right.
Would I judge her for it? No. But would I prefer that my lady do that? No. But do I judge anybody that does it? No.
Not of course. I mean, of course not. Because I'm gonna tell you, like, my youngest daughter, her godmother works at Onyx. And the thing about it, godmother takes care of everything she got going on. She don't ask a man for nothing. She don't ask a man for this, don't ask a man for that. She don't ask me for nothing. I drop my daughter off. She don't ask me if she got Pampers in the bag. I just drop the baby off.
She be good to go.
Yeah, she good. You know, and you have to understand that a person's occupation does not dictate a person's persona. Doesn't dictate who that person is.
It's their job. It's not who they are.
It's their job. You know what I mean?
Cause my thing is, you know, 9 to 5, I'm one way.
Right.
As soon as I clock
know.
Out, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
As soon as I clock out, it's a different story.
You like, look,
man.
Somebody catch you at 4:59.
Hey.
5 o'clock hit, you be like,
you might catch them hands.
Yeah, you might. I'm talking, look, he say they.
But I mean, but my biggest thing is I don't understand why that was a problem. But I guess it goes back to our bigger question. And our bigger question is it important to black people for us to build black families? And why, and why is it important to us? Now, I want your perspective on that. Is it important to you to build a black family?
I mean, no, that's paramount.
Mm-hmm.
It's paramount. I mean, because when you say black family, it doesn't just mean mom and dad.
Right.
You know what I mean? We have to implement everybody together in this. We have to implement mom, dad, grandma, granddad, because it takes a village to raise a child.
Right.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people take on that whole persona that mom and dad.
Right. That now, and the thing is, you know, there haven't been, well, I'm not gonna say there haven't been, but there's been a slow decline in the what's called nuclear family across the board for everybody. Right. You know, white, black, Hispanic, since like the 60s and 70s. You know, we're now dealing with more blended families. We're now dealing with separated families, divorced families, and just different types of families. And so for me, when I think about the black family, it made me proud when, I got 2 kids. I have my son and my daughter, and they have different mothers.
Right.
But, we have a situation where, we all get along. I'll never forget the most wonderful moment in my life was having all my kids here, both my kids here, having their mothers here.
Right.
We stayed and we took pictures. And, my dad said, and this was like one of the proudest days ever. My dad said, you got a beautiful little family right here. And I looked at him and I was like, this is my family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is my family. Like, and it never hit me because, and I'll be transparent for a second. I never wanted to be a parent. I never wanted kids. And the reason I never wanted kids was because I never wanted to be responsible for anybody else on that level because I don't take care of myself
the way I need to sometimes.
And so, but the thing is, now that I do have children, I had to step up and take care of those responsibilities. But, and I know that it would have been easier had I done things the traditional way.
Right.
But I wasn't out here just making babies. Like, my son's mother and I were engaged.
Yeah. It was a relationship.
It was a relationship. And so the thing is about it is like, when I think of the black family, I think, it's very important for me for my children to know that, this is what daddy does. This is what manhood looks like.
Right.
This is how, and for my daughter, this is how a man should treat you. This is how a man should love you. For my son, this is what a man should do. This is how a man should provide for their mothers. Even though we're not together, it's important for me to respect and care about them because those children still see me respect and show them love. And so the thing is, my family's not traditional, but I think there's some beauty in the fact that my children will see me respect and love their mothers more than they would ever see me do anything else, number one. And like I said, I do aspire to be a husband.
Right.
I do aspire to be married. And so I think that my children, especially my daughter, will benefit from seeing daddy respect and love his wife. And if she may have children,
right,
saying, hey, this is your sister. I love her. I love you both. And seeing dad, show respect to these women and love these women. Not me being a Rolling Stone and introduce them to every time Dick and Harry, but respecting and loving these women in my life for their roles and who they are in my life. Now, should her mother or should my son's mother decide to get married or get engaged or be in a serious relationship, they're going to see me work with that man and be like, hey, how you doing, fam? Good to meet you. They gonna know who daddy is, but if that man should be there, we work together. She now, if they should get married, has a bonus dad. Bingo. As far as I'm concerned.
Hey,
because that man may be there every single day.
Like my son say, 2 Christmases.
Right. 2 Christmases. And so I think that takes a level of maturity.
Yeah, it does.
That a lot of people I don't think
and
have.
Temperance, man.
It does.
Take temperance.
Oh, man.
Take temperance.
For real. And so the thing is, I think black families are I love black families.
Man, look. You ain't never look, every time you make a movie about black families, it's a hit.
Bruh.
Black
TV
Family
show.
Thanksgiving. Black Family.
What was it, This Christmas?
Yeah.
This Christmas. And my thing is, I'm not a big Tyler Perry fan. And it's not because I don't like, Tyler Perry. It's just because I'm like,
that ain't my type.
It's not my genre of comedy. But the thing is, there's something about that family dynamic.
Yeah, that
because everybody got a cousin that's crazy as hell.
Right, yeah.
You might have a mother that keep guns in the house.
Yeah.
You might have a cousin that's strung out on dope. Or married to somebody strung out on dope.
You going to mama house.
Hey man,
you gonna come pick me up?
Bring me a plate at the back door.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mama don't like me over here.
She won't let me come past.
Everybody got that, you know. And like, even with me, like with my family dynamic, man, and shout out to Robert Ringer, you know what I mean? Shout out, you know what I mean? David Hart, you know what I mean? Wonderful fathers, stepfathers, you know what I mean? And we all see eye to eye because it's not about one person in the relationship. It's about the kid.
Absolutely.
And when you have 3 grown men who can sit here and understand that aspect, that it's about the child. Mm-hmm. And that's what we have to understand as a whole. And we want to put this whole situation back together as far as the black family. It starts with the black woman. It starts with them.
I think it starts with the black man.
No, because we can be on one accord.
No, we can't.
I'm talking about the black men.
We haven't been.
No, I'm talking about with my situation.
Oh, okay.
We on one accord. But if the queen's sitting on the iron throne,
the woman is the root and the foundation of a lot of times of the family, because an entire nation can be birthed from a woman. And I think it's important, but that's why I think it's important for us to respect and revere that.
Bingo.
But the reason I say it begins with the black man is because we first have to, here's the thing, we always talk about women submitting, but we don't talk about holding our brothers accountable to give them something to submit to.
Right.
And my thing is, I feel like if we were better, and if we take the lead, and if we respect it in whatever we respect it, then it sets the tone sometimes.
Well, I can't speak on anybody else's situation.
Right.
But I would speak upon how I like where my situation is.
Right.
I mean, because at the end of the day, I can call either one of those gentlemen and get insight to what's going on if I have any type of confusion going on my end. You know, and a lot of times people take it as separation. It's not, I mean, look, if that man is here, that child is here, that woman is here, I mean, the communication might be broke down if you are here. So you might have to find your line of communication with somebody. Right. In order to keep this family unit together. And that's what, again, that's what it boils down to, is putting that pride to the side. Right. You know, it's not asking this man this or asking this man that or asking this woman this or asking this woman that. It's just like, look, I'm doing what I have to do to make sure that this seed that we planted is going to grow the way it needs to grow. Yeah, man. Absolutely. You know, it's all about humility.
That's what's up, man. Well, we out of time now, folks. Oh man, that 15 minutes of funk went quick. We may have to.
And they waving at us and shit.
We may have to.
Nah, just playing, y'all.
We may have to extend the 15 minutes to 20 minutes.
Well, I can hit you on live, man. We can go live. You can join in.
Yeah, so we're gonna now. Well, we're gonna end the podcast now. If you can catch us on the Kind of Sleepy podcast on Facebook, you'll definitely find us. You'll also find us on YouTube. Not yet on YouTube, but we will be on YouTube. But you can also find us on iTunes soon. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you like, rate, and subscribe. And we probably gonna have some sponsors pretty soon, man.
Man, you know, because at the end of the day, man, we woke, but everybody get kind of sleepy.
Kind of sleepy, man. Hey, man, thank y'all for checking us out. We'll catch y'all later.
Everyone.
Right.
Bless up.